father and the son were all medical students. They are doing very, very well. Do you know why? We are the best brains in the land. Am I lying? You can't be. I told somebody, I said, if you want to know who a doctor is, try to train your child to be a doctor, or so you will know what brings out a doctor, what they pass through and all that. And the best brains in the town. The very day you try to read medicine, you start suffering. You will read more than others to get the cut-off back. While in school, you will study more than every other person to survive. I'm happy the thing says it's what we went through that you are going through now. I was telling my wife, I said then, multiple choice, anyone you miss is subtracted from the one you already had. She said that's punishment. I said, well, that's what brought us out as doctors. So you must respect the doctor. So I believe we are the best brains in the land, that when you retire, please see what you can do about politics. We want cleaner people in politics. When cleaner people enter, this land will change. It's very, very easy, but we are blessed. It's just because we have the wrong, you should not have much money that's wasting abroad, that people have looted and they cannot use. You hear somebody has, you see the list they publish. If you have $1.8 billion, the interest alone, your village, it will run your village for life. Okay? And because it's there, those people just use it. So it is because we are staying away. These are clean people, you're all brilliant people, you retire and just stay there. And you have that is going to it. Although I'll warn you, when you come in, there are squares, there are all kinds of things. I'll just give you that one before I sit down. The first time I was called into politics, I came in and we were campaigning. The party chairman used to call me Dr. Konobo. One day he just called me, so Konobo, come. Why did you lie to us? I said, what's that? He said, you're a male nurse and you told us you're a doctor. So let me know that he believed what they told him. He said, even as a male nurse, you can still be chairman. I was chairman over there. He said, even as a male nurse, you can still be chairman. Why did you lie to us? You know, there are times you don't want to cry, but tears just drop from your eyes. So then the highest denomination was 20 naira. I gave him 5. That was how much then? 100 naira. I gave to him. Big money then. That's 1997 or so. I said, go to UBT and ask for the roll call of doctors and see. He had waited for me. Then we left. I almost decided to go back to Lagos. I said, what's the meaning of all this? But I stayed. After 5 days, he said, Dr. Konobo, we have found out you are a doctor. I became chairman. 3 months into office, we were taking somewhere. One man just looked at me. I said, Konobo, it means that he likes me. He said that time he was the one who said I'm a male nurse. The drink in my hand fell down. I said, why did you say so? He said he just wanted to frustrate me so I will go back. So I'm giving you that warning that when you decide to come in, you will have such smells, but just bear it. Now, nothing like that happens again. I'm already into the main sway. I want to encourage you, please, to try it in your areas. We want cleaner people in politics. If you, I think the video of my impeachment was viral. You saw how I walked away when they were fighting. After that, I had about 10 calls from the US from people I don't know that they didn't believe black people still behave like that. Then the national chairman of our party, Chief John Oyegu, I was impeached on Monday. He called me on Thursday. He said, Dr. Konobo, as I speak to you, I stand up to salute you. APC stands up to salute you, and I believe Nigeria will stand up to salute you because of your demonstration, something. Then on Friday, some of you would have watched it, there's a professor from Uniben. They were discussing, and he said he was not surprised that I walked away. It is because I'm a medical doctor. And that it is because I have other things I'm doing. That those who see it as their only means of livelihood will always fight. These are the things that when you have, if I have in that house of 24, say we have like 8 or 10 doctors, so many more things will be done positively. If now I have to be in a committee with a native doctor, you know, And it is true. That's one I can single out, but there are others who are even lower than that, but they are in politics. And beautiful people like you, intelligent people like you have stayed away because we don't believe it is dirty. As more of you come in, it will become cleaner, and our country will be better for it. Thank you very much.
We see your smiles as we say cheese. I'm sure the cameraman are getting that. The only one that can make it is handsome and beautiful after 35 years is Jesus. So can we call on that name? Can we spell together J E L U and a resounding Jesus? Congratulations. So you don't need to go back to your seats. 83 cents. We invite Mr. Ozumba to come, Dr. Ozumba to come again because this was your idea. We are going straight to dance. You don't need to go back to your seats. Just dance around. Dr. Ozumba, you alone got the cake. This was a franchise and it has materialized. Congratulations. Alright, can we put our hands together for the Bishop Guerra? Put your hands together for Dr. Ozumba. So it's time to dance. Can we remove the cake?
I didn't get you, so remember that.
So those that are dancing, dance forward to the empty space. It's the free class. Raise your hand somewhere. On 10th position. This is awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. Alright, so stop the dance floor. You don't need to go back to your seat. So DJ, the floor is yours. And we move the cake away. Let's go dancing.
Oh, yeah.
It's speaking.
I'm blocked. You're blocking me now.
Can we now invite the students?
You're blocking my way.
They put me Let's enjoy the moment. White masks. Students, teach them how to dance this.
Hello, testing. Hello, testing.
We're enjoying ourselves here. So at the next episode, they'll be part of it. I tell them it's all fun here, and they need to join in the next episode. Thanks so much.
That the reunion is a huge success. We thank God so much for making it a success. And I've enjoyed every bit of these 3 days. And I look forward to another reunion because it has been an opportunity to meet classmates we have not met since after we left school 35 years ago. And the enjoyment is real. It's fascinating. And one expects that we should have another reunion in 2 or 3 years' time. And I hope by then, those who are unable to make it this time will be able to come, so that we'll have a larger crowd and a larger entertainment and more fun for the group. And most especially, the aspect I enjoyed was the mentoring section we have with the undergraduate students in the clinicals. I think after a discussion with them, many of them came forward to express their desire to walk in our pathways, and we guided them on how best to pursue the medical profession, and it was quite impressive and fulfilling for us to have been part of this reunion. And I'm sure those who are not here today have missed a lot. Many of them have sent messages through WhatsApp to express their delight at what we have achieved and equally express their desire to be involved in the future reunion programs. Thank you, my dear.
Because we were able to meet up after more than 3 decades, 35 years. Some of us had not seen each other for that long. So we have met up for the past 3 days. We have given back to our school. We have impacted on the young medical students. And we've tried to give back to the school that made us what we are today. That is UNIBEN, the College of Medicine of University of Benin. And for our colleagues that could not make it, we are hoping that in the next 2 years, when we will have the next the reunion, they will be able to join us so that we can all be happy together. Thank you. My name is Chinato Onhia Eri. This is Rita Momo. I'm attending this event as the wife of the Dean of Medicine. I'm accompanying him to this event, which is the reunion of the 83 sets of the medical and dental class of the University of Benin. As you can see, it's been wonderful. It's been really nice, really nice. You can see everybody is happy. And it's something that is worthy of emulation. And not just the fact that they have come back, remembered to give something back to their alma mater, but the manner in which they have done it is also commendable. They have also interacted with the students and, reminded them or shown them that they are role models and are worthy of emulation, so that the children, the students of now can have something to look forward to, and that is really commendable. And you can see that even right now at the gala night, they are still interacting with the students. So this is very dear to my heart, and I must commend them and hope that other sets will do something similar and even greater. So I congratulate them for this wonderful reunion, which I've been blessed to be a part of by attending with the Dean of Medicine. So I say congratulations.
It's time. your senior colleagues, and your dean. The truth of the matter is that as a brilliant doctor who led right from JAM, you have to keep leading. And so if you're here tonight, you cannot fall your dean's hand. Sure, you know that. You can't fall hand at all. It means you must study. You must study to reassure the dean that you're not just a party boy. Do you understand what I'm saying? I remember I was just sharing with this beautiful young lady here. You know when people look at you, they say, beautiful face, she can't have anything in her head. But you must prove them wrong. And the only way you can prove them wrong is by studying. Ensure you apply yourself. And after dancing, go home, clean your face. Say, John and I used to do that, we were roommates. We will party and go back and study. Yes. And then we'll when the exams come, when the results come, we'll pass. People will be wondering, how did you were, but then you would have lived and then you would have worked hard. That's important. That's an important point we want to make tonight. That as you enjoy yourself and you dance and you live, you must balance it. Manage your time. Don't go back and start pinging.
Just a minute. Just add to that, we the guys, myself and I and them, we will go to party, make the greatest noise, but we will not shout alcohol. By the time it's about 12 or 1 a.m., we'll come back. By 6 a.m. we're going to lecture center. By the time we come back from the first phase of jacking, people are just waking up. And they will see us and they will say, nobody all of us go party. Exactly. But they don't know the trick is just keep your focus.
Focus. We can't say it enough. Focus. Don't use time wasters like picnic. That doesn't add anything to you. Enjoy yourself, but manage your time. Manage your time and make sure you study. Alright?
Yeah, I just want to say something about the medical students. It's not all book. I and a few of my friends, Amugo, Speller, one Malagan is not here, and Wilson, who is the IG we have here, Obenta, made known that for a medical student you don't need to be just book. We're the first people who introduced playing football to the highest point. By the winter. I played it so much that I even played for one session for Benin Insurance. So I want to tell you that you need to play and also read. I'll give you an example. The Hexagon nightclub we went to. I went for it for the first time, and that was on our surgery. We had surgery the next day, Panaye. We have read to the point that we couldn't absorb anything. Speller, Emma, and we have to just head to this place. And in Benin, if you go to party, you go to the party about 12 noon, 12 midnight, and you don't come back the next morning because if you move out, they will catch you on the road. So we'll have to come back the next morning. And then by 9 o'clock, we're in the exam hall. So it doesn't mean that we're too bright, but we have done our reading to the point you have to do your reading. Don't box yourself to a corner. And then you think because you have read so much, you must pass. Because the memory is not too wonderful. So I want to implore you that while you are doing your book, take time to do your book. Do it to the extent that your brain can carry, and then relax. Whatever that can make you relax, not only by waiting for party, even if it means going to sleep, even if it means going to take stories. But please avoid pinging, like somebody said. It has a way of, pushing you away. So I want to tell you that you need to actually combine your reading with relaxation. Whatever makes you relax, do it. That makes you a better student, a better doctor. Even when you go into practice, makes you know how to apply your time. Thank you very much.
In addition to what my colleague has said, there is such a thing as formal education and informal education. My name?
Your matriculation number.
All still oracles. So in addition to what my colleagues have said, it is very important that you actually maintain some vocation to your life. Have something else outside medicine. involved in sports, music, discover something else. And also today is the right time for you to also begin to look out for your future partners. Now it's time for you to start a relationship. Find somebody you like, that you're interested in, before you go to the outside world. It's a good time to start it. Okay? So, always have some medicine, which is quite a consuming profession. You take your life. Once you finish and you start working, it can be very consuming. It can make you lose focus on other things in your life. So make sure you maintain a balance. Personally, what I observe, what has brought us together here today, we developed, we have this WhatsApp forum. And those of us can get involved in the WhatsApp forum where those who actually have to meet up social life and medical schools. The very bookish ones are just still too serious, they're just still too busy to actually get involved. So those of us here today are the very busy ones, they're still busy with their life. So make sure you have that balance, have work-life balance, have something on the side. There's more to life than just medicine. Thank you.
Productive. You think you are reading and turning the pages, you are crossing vital things without assimilating them. When the exams come, you think you know it, but you can't reproduce. Very tragic. So when you are tired, go and sleep. And make sure you attend all your lectures. Because during the lecture, they say, note this and note them. Prof knows what I'm saying. They want those who come for all the lectures to pass. So they say, note this, note it. And as you know them when you are reading, you make sure you read them in depth. At the end, when the exam comes, one of those noted topics will come out, and you do well. Having said that, if you have passed, there are other things we expect you to do. Your dressing is very, very important. We say that how you are dressed is how you are addressed. As medical students and as medical doctors, your dressing is important. Starting from how you keep your nails, your hair, your shirts. You don't fly shirt as a medical student or a doctor. It's improper dressing. Because the society is looking at you. And you have to lead by example. Our ex-while and current politicians have told you that the ex-speaker, the former commissioner, and current dean, if you dress well, you are recognized. If you don't dress well, you are counted among others, and it's not good to be counted among others. You should be the first among the boss. So your dressing is very, very, very important. That means you have to keep your dresses clean. If you don't have much money to buy plenty, but invest in your dressing and upkeep. Thank you very much.
Like our great orthopedic surgeon and a professor, Dr. Orewe, told us. He asked this question. He asked this question to the clinical students in our time, whether you have come into this profession to make money, that please, if you have come into the profession with the aim of becoming very rich, that you have missed your mark by coming into the profession. You better go and start selling cement, importing and selling cement. I will give you an experience that I had when I was in Kano. And this singular experience, I think, saved my life because on 2 occasions I missed death by whiskers. After the second experience, but I will only tell you one, and that was in 1991. 1991 Kanu Rehoboth riot. I will never forget that particular date. It was on 14th of October 1991. I was in my clinic. And for the past 6 months, I have been trying to buy these, what do you call it? Buy bank drafts to send to my mother. And I was unable to do so because in those days, banks on Mondays were closing by 3, 4 p.m. And other days, the banks were closing by 1:30 p.m. And anytime I couldn't make it on a Monday, forget it for that week. So I tried that for, because of pressure of work. I tried it for 6 months, I couldn't make it. So on that fateful day, on the 14th of October 1991, I said to myself I wasn't going to miss this opportunity to get that particular bank draft. Then in the private clinic, I told my staff that please, once it was 12 noon, that nobody should come in for any patient. Just about that time, I was about backing out of the clinic when I saw a woman carrying a child on the shoulder with one, and then handling one, and the other one also taking 3 children. So as I was backing out of the gate, I knew there were patients coming. And one of my staff, just rushed out and said, "Doc, there is one, very bad patient." I said, "Please, what you will do now is try to set up a line on that patient. I will rush into the town and get this bank draft." She came a second time and told me, "Doc, this patient is bad." Then as I was hitting the Kano Meduguri Road to go into the town, I had a second thought. If this person they brought to the hospital should die, what will I tell my God? This is the aspect of, focusing on just, what you will make out of, the money you will make out of medical practice. I had to now go back to the clinic. As I placed this child on the couch, he passed out. Behold, the child was pepper white. And I asked the mother, "Did this little child pass blood through any of the orifices?" She said no. He was really pepper white. Then I asked her certain questions again. "What about your husband?" She said the husband died 3 months back. "What about the relations?" She said the relations had gone for harvesting. And by the time I knew where they were coming from, in fact, it could take another 8-10 hours before she would go and come back to the clinic. Then I asked her, "Do you know any person around that local government?" She said no. "But where are you coming from? Do you know that this is a private center and you need to pay money?" She said from the general hospital. She was asked to pass one other hospital belonging to one other Igbo child, that she should come to this other hospital that she will receive help. Well, I managed to get a sample of that child's blood and it matched mine. Now, I was about, taking a dash to the Kano town to get this bank draft. It was about 40 kilometers from that particular point. I now started thinking, if I should not donate blood to this child, and I happen to crash while rushing to Kano, what will happen? That means it will be a tragedy. Then I was having this double mind, whether to donate or not to donate. One man will be telling me, "Please don't donate, you are going to crash on the road." Then another man will be telling me, "Go! You will never have any accident and you are not going to lose any other blood." Then now I had to lie on the couch, called my brother-in-law, who eventually is a doctor today. "Please pick a unit of blood from my hand. He did that, I put it on that child. A unit of blood that time was costing 400 naira, and that was big money. And that lady, when I asked her if you should get somebody who would donate blood to you, will you be able to get the giving set? That was when the woman now opened her palm, and it was 15 naira in her palm. And the giving set was costing about 120 naira then. Full blood, 400 naira. I didn't know what to do. I said, devil has come again. Eventually, I donated this blood without charging any fees, put it on that child, entered my car, and zoomed into the town. In the next 30 minutes, the road was very, very clean. And I was thanking my God, because of it, that the road was clean. I could not meet up with the bank. Not knowing that there was a heavy riot. And as at the time this thing was happening, two of my neighbors' men from the east had been killed at a certain point and burnt to ashes. Do you know that by the time I got to this particular point where these people were killed and burnt, I saw this crowd, not knowing that they were rioters, and a certain building burning, belonging to an Igbo man selling cable, armored cable. He lost about 10 million in those days, in that particular spot. So I never knew it was riot. So as I was hooting and telling them to clear, in their language, Gavara, Gavara, Gavara Hanya, because the bank was just, a stone throw to that place. As I was telling them Gavara, Gavara Hanya, never knowing that it was a riot, then some other two persons by the sidewalk, one of them just pointed at me and asked the other, "Wanna by Nyamini Bani?" Meaning, is this not an Igbo? Then immediately this guy said, "Yeah, Shine." I noticed that there was a problem. Then I engaged my reverse gear. There was, in fact, there were up to 50 that pounced on my car. That would have been my end. There was a beetle car by a filling station close by, burning. I never knew it was an insurance man from the old Bende state. Then I managed, I backed that they were still pursuing me until I was able to hit. In fact, I had to cross the road divider. Luckily, it was a low one. I had to jump across it, then until I was able to come out from that place. Then I saw these two young men who flagged me down, and then I gave them a lift. I started asking them, what is happening that the whole place, people were pushing me. They said, "Where are you coming from?" I said, "From Kantin Query." He said, "You couldn't have been coming from Kantin Query. How did you manage to escape from that place?" I said, "But I was just coming from that place." He said, "The riot started by 10 a.m. And when I was, the time I was telling you when I got to that place was about 1 p.m. They had cleared a lot of people. About 80% of the cars in Kanu that time, where all the glasses were broken, front, side, back. But with all the stones, the sticks they were having and pursuing me, nobody was able to even hit my car.
Your blood was looking for you.
Yes, the blood of the Lamb. So, yes, so that was how I escaped from that place. And my wife then was inside the city as a mouse. And there was no person to bring her out. It was a one-way road.
No telephone.
You know what happened? She just finished from her, nursing school. And there was this Yoruba guy who was a medical officer in charge of the place and the matrons. And she was incubating by that time. You know what I mean? So she was not able to be doing something. Others had fled from the place. And by the time somebody went and woke her up, that was my first son. She was incubating.
A huge thank you to the Dean, my very good senior brother, and his very amiable wife, who looks very much like my wife. In fact, people mistake them for sisters. We want to thank you, Professor and Dr. Mrs. Momo,
that's right,
for being with us this evening, despite all your very busy schedule. Thank you very, very, very much for coming.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'll see you.
Well, the people we are supposed to give the votes of thanks to are all gone, so we cannot be thanking ourselves. But I think we have done great. I honestly feel very fulfilled that this huge success that it has turned out to be. But we must still thank everybody. Everybody contributed almost equally to the success of the whole thing. Especially for those who came from outside the country, we know what it costs to be here. Thanks very much. For those of you who came from very far places, thank you very much. All the way from Kafanchan, Ozumba will know what it takes to come from Kafanchan. Okay, Manukwe, you know what it takes to come from Abia. Kotokolo, you are our neighbor here, so yes, for Chinatu, all the way from Kefi. In fact, she's been going around the country. Yeah, she works in Kefi, but is based in Abuja. Yes. So thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful time, and I'm sure you also have a wonderful time. All the way from Benin. Incidentally, his house is directly opposite this hotel. Thank you very much. You, in fact, made us smile so much. DJ, you've not played the music I asked you to play. Philferon and Galaxy. 1983 or 84.
I don't know whether anybody remember that joke. You see, when you are backing true or false,
Yeah.
So you can have true false.
Yes.
How do you have true false? You write big N.
Yes.
I put a dot. So you are giving the lecturer an assignment. Whether to say right. Of course. So we call it true false. He said, this man scored 99, 49%. He said, please, sir, can you add just 1%? Wait, he said, that's true. Really true. But the problem is that before coming here, I've searched around. I couldn't get the 1%. When you have somebody, Professor, you people were in the USA, what's his name? Osuo. Who said he told the student, you know, he